How's it, guys? Been an interesting couple of days, but before I get to that, let me quickly do the shout outs. Today's shout out goes out to Richard Pace, Kutle Vuyishle, Alison Butler, Motusi, Molapisi, Katlejo Moritze, Bekani Ngwenya, Maruben, Makaye, Kailami Sihle Ndlovu, Tlaiseka Ngobeni, Alilali Jerry, Thabo Mpiwe, and Charles Gadman. Guys, thanks for the comments. I appreciate the interaction. As you can see in the background, clouds are building up. And you might hear in the background as well, my son and his mate are ripping it up with their motorbikes. Anyway, so for those of you in South Africa, you'll know the last while we've been through a serious heat wave. In fact, we recorded some record temperatures. But over and above that, I managed to wrench my ankle chasing after a dog and acting like an idiot. So I've been on crutches for the last couple of days. I was able to throw them away this morning, and now I've got a thorn in my sock. Can you believe that? But I was able to drop the crutches this morning, and I'm hobbling along, but I'm getting there. Anyway, so in the heat wave, my two Nguni heifers calved down. Now, interestingly enough, Butle doesn't like the other calf. Guys, just hang 5. I'm just going to sort out my sock quickly. Okay, coming back. So, my two Nguni heifers calved down in this heat wave. Now, Butle calved down last Wednesday, and she gave me a beautiful heifer calf. Of course, at that time, I was nearly crippled. And more importantly, while I'd put her in this camp, which does have trees and shade, because she's a heifer and this was her first calf and she's inexperienced, she calved right out in the open. And it was so hot that the little heifer was actually suffering from heat stress. I'm just going to zoom in a bit, because they can see I'm hobbling. And they're doing their best to walk away from me. So she calved down on Wednesday, 10 a.m. in the morning. I wasn't here. By the time I got here in the afternoon, the little one was suffering from serious heat stress. Ouch. And hadn't drunk at all. I immediately phoned Freddy Besselaar. And his years of wisdom kicked in, and he was able to give me some good advice, because I saw that the little calf was lying on bare exposed ground like this. Now you might say, Shane, but Ngunis are supposed to be tough. Yes, they are. But when you're going through a heat wave and it's 40 degrees outside, and the surface temperature of the soil can very easily be 61, 62 degrees, then that little newborn calf suffers. They're tough, but they're not made out of steel. In any case, so we quickly jumped in. I dosed the little calf with some raw cow's milk and a egg yellow, got about 100, 200 mils down his throat. Left it, and by the next morning she'd done very well. We could see that she'd picked up. So she'd suckled during the course of the night. Of course, Mbali calved down Friday evening, fortunately. She's walking in the front there, and I'm going to slowly try and catch up. They are a little bit skittish because they've got calves and they're protective. And that's why they're kind of walking away from me. But Mbali gave me a nice solid, I don't know if it's a grey dun, I don't know what you call that color, but a beautiful little bull calf. So I've got a red speckled or red calf with white flecks here in the back. That's a heifer calf. And then in the front there, I've got a little bull calf. Now, what I don't understand, Butle doesn't like the bull calf. She, as soon as it gets too close, she actually goes for it. And I separated them now for over the weekend, so that the mother and the bull calf can get acquainted. And there we are. He's a beautiful calf. I just hope they let me get closer. so they can get acquainted and protect him from Buhle, who's a proper cow. Interesting thing though, despite all my best efforts and all my clever tricks, these heifers still caught me out. I thought they'd be at least a week, or they were at least a week out from calving. And both of them calved way earlier than I expected. Despite me watching out with all my clever signs and everything that I thought I'd gotten down to a T. And all it really showed me is I don't really know anything at all. If I'm breathing a little heavily, the foot hasn't properly, or the ankle hasn't properly healed, so I'm a little physically stressed at the moment, but nothing major. Anyway, coming back, guys, when it's a heat wave, something I learned. Although you expect instinct to kick in, I'm going to zoom out again. Although you expect the motherly instincts to kick in, and although these animals are born with good maternal instincts, they're still inexperienced. So what I learned from this session, and nearly losing the heifer calf, is that put them in the camp with the most trees and with the most shade if you're going through a heat wave. That had been my intention. I separated them from the main cow herd. I put them into this camp, thinking that when I could see that they are close, I would then move them up to the shaded camp because the grazing is not very good there. But as I said, they caught me out and I was totally unprepared for them. Now, I just wish they'd just slow down a little bit and allow me to catch up. They're being proper cows now. Anyway, fortunately, all's well ends well. Both calves are looking good. They're healthy, nice and perky. One thing I can say about Nguni calves, they're very small calves when they're born. We know this. And these are the first Nguni calves that I've seen born, well, either on my property or under my management. And while they might look very fragile at birth, they're deceptively tough, because when the first heifer calf was born, I'm going to show you guys, way over there towards those trees, she was born over there. On the same day, in the heat wave, the mother brought her up all the way to the top, nearly to those trees over there. Now that's a distance of probably 800-900 meters in a heat wave. So the calves are up and about quickly. They look frail, but they're deceptively tough. Even this little bull calf, and I just hope I can get closer, man. If they can just allow me to get closer so I can get a good shot. This is all from afar, but there we are. A nice, solid, mouse-colored, I don't know if it's a grey dun. That's the bull calf over there. I'm going to zoom in. That's the bull calf over there. There you see Buhle being a proper cow again. And then there's the little heifer calf over there. These two are just added in for company. So those are the two beautiful little calves. Now, this excites me, and I see Bella's bagging up as well. We only expected her to calve down in March. She's bagging up as well. Another thing I learned, you know what, signs when it comes to pregnancy and giving birth are breed specific. My background, my most recent background is Cimbras. Cimbra cows produce a lot more milk. So when they bag up, their udders fill up and their teats get so full they sometimes look like, hey man, like they want to burst. I don't know why Buhle does that. She's not just a cow, she's being a bitch at the moment. The Cimbra's udders fill up so much and the teats become, I nearly want to say, engorged with milk. So you can see very clearly when they're close. However, these Ngunis don't produce the same quantity of milk. So you think she's still a ways off, and then out pops the calf. Just look at the two beautiful calves over there. Hey, 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 hey. Stop that. Stop being a cow. Look at that beautiful, beautiful little heifer. She's fine boned. You can see she's a heifer. She's got a bit of spots like her mum. And then this solid heifer gave me that solid bull calf. Now, the two calves differ about what? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 3 days in age. The little heifer is finer and leggier. The bull calf's a little bit short on the leg and a little bit more stocky. Anyway, coming back, sorry, I digress. So, and then the other sign, typical sign, would be the indentations just next to the pin bones. But I couldn't see them because these Don heifers are so fat and well conditioned that it wasn't very visible. I don't know what Bootle's problem is. I don't know why she keeps chasing the bull calf away. I don't know why she keeps doing that. Anyway, those indentations weren't clear. They weren't visible. So yeah, if any of you guys have better ways of seeing whether or determining whether a cow or a heifer is very close to calving, please share that with me, because I sure as heck don't know. And there must be some way that a person can be more accurate in predicting, at least within a day, with these Ngunis. But for all of that, the two calves are beautiful. They're doing well. If Bootle would just stop being a cow and bullying the other calf, I'm not sure why she's doing that, then I'd be a lot happier. I'm going to open them up in the next 2 days to the main herd. Then I think this will stop. And yeah, these two little heifers here will be going to the bull in March. Can't wait to see what drops next year. Anyway, guys, I think I'm going to stop this here now. I just thought I'd share this with you guys quickly. It's building up very nicely in the background. We haven't had significant rain since the heat wave. But I'm hoping and praying that everyone else in the country, especially there where it's been dry for 2-3 years, I'm thinking of Freddie Beslaar, Davie Kortzer, Kenneth Ball, those guys, where it's extremely dry. I'm hoping that they get rain soon, and everyone else that needs rain. We all need it, guys, but some of us need it more than others. So let's hope we're having a wet, blessed Christmas. Guys, we'll chat again. Have a good one. Thanks.